A rainy encounter. The story of Jack and Rachel. It was pouring at JFK International Airport, the kind of relentless New York rain that seemed to dampen the spirits of even the most seasoned travelers. Jack Carter stood under the flickering arrival screen, anxiously holding the hand of his 6-year-old daughter, Emma. She wore a yellow raincoat 2 sizes too big for her small frame, and despite the chaos swirling around them, she was singing quietly to herself, completely unfazed by the commotion. Jack, however, was a bundle of nerves. He glanced at the message from his mother once more. "Landing in 20. Can't wait to see you both." This visit was especially significant, as it would be the first time in 2 years that his mother would see Emma. The anticipation of their reunion was mixed with the weight of Jack's responsibilities. As a full-time single dad trying to land a decent job after 2 layoffs, he felt stretched thinner than ever. With a deep breath, he adjusted Emma's backpack and forced a smile. "Ready to see Grandma?" Emma's eyes lit up. "Yep, I'm going to show her my mermaid drawings." With that, they made their way to baggage claim, Jack scanning the crowd for a familiar face. Suddenly, he spotted her. A woman in a deep navy coat with a sunflower sticker on her rolling suitcase, a detail his mother had mentioned to help identify her. "Mom!" Emma squealed, dashing toward the woman. But as the little girl hugged the stranger's legs, Jack caught up quickly and laughed. "Sorry about that. Emma's just excited. She's been waiting all week." Instead of the warm embrace he expected, the woman looked confused. "I'm sorry. Do I know you?" Jack froze. Up close, she appeared too young to be his mother, probably in her early 40s, elegant yet understated. Her eyes were kind but cautious. "Oh wow!" Jack chuckled awkwardly, stepping back. "I think we just picked up the wrong woman." The woman laughed gently, brushing her rain-damp hair back. "It's okay. It happens more often than you think. I'm Rachel, by the way, and this is Emma." Emma giggled. "You smell like cookies." Rachel laughed, clearly amused. "I guess that's not a bad thing." Just then, Jack's phone buzzed. It was a notification about his mother's flight. Her connecting flight from Chicago had been grounded due to the weather. She wouldn't be arriving until the next morning. "Well, that figures," Jack muttered, frustration creeping into his voice. "No backup, no sitter, and 2 interviews next week that I still haven't prepped for." Rachel tilted her head, her expression sympathetic. "Sounds like a rough day." Jack shrugged. "It's life. We manage." After a brief hesitation, Rachel offered, "Listen, I was supposed to get picked up by my company, but they're running late. I've got time. How about we grab a coffee? I know a little place upstairs, and your daughter has already decided I'm family." Jack raised an eyebrow, surprised. "Why not?" An hour later, they found themselves sitting in a quiet corner cafe, steam rising from their cups. Emma sipped hot chocolate happily, scribbling a new mermaid sketch while Jack and Rachel talked. Jack shared snippets of his story, how his wife, Lily, had passed away from cancer 3 years ago, and the ensuing struggles of balancing parenting and work. He spoke of the guilt he felt, never quite measuring up. Rachel listened intently, never interrupting, showing genuine interest. When Jack mentioned his background in logistics and supply chain management, he noticed her lean in with more interest than pity. "Sounds like you've held a lot together for a long time," she said gently. "That takes strength." Jack exhaled, grateful for her understanding. "Most days I don't feel strong. I just feel tired." Rachel nodded. "Sometimes surviving is strength." Emma, bored with the adult talk, climbed into Rachel's lap without hesitation and blurted out, "Can you come live with us? You're nice." Jack felt himself redden at his daughter's boldness, but Rachel simply smiled and hugged Emma. "Thanks, sweetheart. That's the nicest offer I've had all week." A moment later, Rachel's phone buzzed. "My driver's here," she said, gathering her bag. Turning to Jack, she added, "Look, I know this is going to sound odd, but..." She reached into her coat and handed him a card. A plain white one with a logo and the name, Alden and Company. "Rachel Alden, CO." Jack blinked, bewildered. Wait, CEO? Rachel smiled warmly. Yes, and based on our conversation, I think I might have something for you. Come by tomorrow morning at this address, 10 sharp. Bring your resume. Jack stared, baffled. Why me? She paused, then said something that would echo in his mind for weeks. Because I've been looking for someone like you. The next morning, Jack did something he hadn't done in years. He put on a suit, the one he had saved for weddings or interviews. He dropped Emma off with his neighbor and headed into Manhattan, the business card burning a hole in his pocket. The address led him to a stunning high-rise. The receptionist greeted him by name and offered him an espresso. Moments later, he was led to the top floor, where Rachel was waiting, radiating a different energy. Polished, powerful, yet still kind. I meant what I said yesterday, she began. We've had a position open for months. A logistics operations lead. I've seen 20 resumes. Most were good, but not one of them told me what you told me over coffee. Jack was speechless. Anyone can track shipments or manage teams, Rachel continued, but I need someone who understands people. Someone who knows what it means to balance chaos with compassion. You showed me that without even trying. Jack cleared his throat, still trying to process everything. I don't even know what to say. Say you'll start Monday, Rachel replied with a smile. 6 months later, Jack had a corner office, a supportive team, and a schedule that allowed him to pick up Emma from school. His mother finally visited, and they shared laughter over the airport mix-up that had serendipitously led to his big break. Rachel became a regular part of their lives, joining them for game nights and Sunday dinners. She and Emma baked cookies, read fairy tales, and planned pretend vacations together. One evening, Emma held up a crayon drawing depicting her, Jack, and Rachel standing under a big sunflower surrounded by hearts. Daddy, she said, can Miss Rachel be my new mommy? Jack looked over at Rachel, who was pretending not to cry, and smiled, his heart full. Maybe one day, sweetheart. Maybe one day. This story reminds us that life doesn't always follow the plans we make. Sometimes it takes a wrong turn at an airport or a spilled coffee to steer us exactly where we're meant to go. Kindness opens doors, compassion creates opportunities, and love often arrives disguised as coincidence. Sometimes the wrong woman is exactly the right person you've been searching for all along.